one of this best of 5, Chewits Mafia versus Careful What You Wish For. Seeing a pretty similar comp to what Chewits Mafia have run before, and also a pretty similar comp to what Be Careful What You Wish For have run for. They are opting to go for the mini again and the CRB on Mr. Egg, and then Sales staying on that heavy edit. And then, obviously, for the side of Chewits Mafia, Ips sticking to that pencil. Chris 3 on the V-Squeezer instead. Oh, and Sam already going down. A little bit maybe too aggressive there, but just giving Be Careful What You Wish For that little bit of a head start.
It's really nice that Be Careful What You Wish For is playing slightly more patient at the start. They know that Chewits play fast. They want to soak up that pressure, you know, wait for the cooler, and then take fights as they can. And they're rewarded with 16 points on the board, but we'll see. The strikes come in and they go down, and control goes to Chewits.
Yeah, I think Chewits realized that Be Careful What You Wish For were kind of, like you said, soaking up all that aggression. A really nice Zuka there from Chris 3.
Yeah, the 2 Zukas.
Yeah, the 2 Zukas, they're really good. But they were realizing that Wesh was soaking up that aggression and decided to change up their playstyle just a little bit to make sure that they could actually get space where they needed to. And now, as we can see, that's worked in their favor as they now have nearly complete control of Wesh's plat.
Yeah, you know, with a squeezer, just sitting on the plat here, it causes so much damage, gets 1 assist, really nice, forces Mr. Egg into that. And you know, the thing about playing Kraken on zones is if you're a Kraken, you're not painting zone.
Yeah.
So Egg is probably going to end up, yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, not even just a Kraken, a CRB isn't really going to be painting zone at all. That's not Mr. Egg's job in the slightest. His job is to go in and get those kills so that the rest of his team can paint, but obviously with the amount of control that Chewits have over the rest of the map, that's not really working. A nice cool down from Sales, and I mean, just playing a bit of the neutral game here, but Chewits do end up flipping that zone right back, but they do still have those penalty points to get rid of.
Yeah, those penalty points from Wesh were huge because it ensures they keep in the game for more than 2 minutes. It's a bit of a cagey situation right now. They know that, you know, strikes are coming as well. That's the second set of Zukas, and you know what can Wesh do except sit here and wait for all those specials to be used. And Chewits is spacing them out really well, just wasting time running down the clock and picking them down one by one. So that's never really a 4v4 going on. And you see they're 2 down again.
Yeah, no, really well played from Chewits. And I mean, a squeezer in the hands of anyone is a weapon, but a squeezer in the hands of Chris 3 is a weapon of mass destruction, it seems. Chris 3, with his, you know, his signature weapon of that squeezer, been playing it since Splatoon 2, always looking so clean. And I mean, Be Careful What You Wish For here, looking to maybe try and flip the zone to make sure that Chewits get those penalty points, but not quite able to. Able to neutral out one of the zones, but Chewits take that control back straight away. A nice Zuka from Samage coming in there, taking down Sales. And that's a wipeout. Taking game 1
Insult to injury.
But
no,
yeah,
they just
very
went in
well
circles.
played.
Yeah, they went in circles around mid, and that never actually gets you the cap though, because when you try to cap one zone, the defending team can just sit on the other one and repeat what you've done. So yeah, no, really well played from Chewy. It's very organized. Wesh had the semblance of a push at the start, but it quickly fell apart. Chewits is really fast, and they'll have to find something. Wesh will have to find something to soak up and push back against the speed of Chewits.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to point out is Ips, always been a pretty kind of supportive player, typically playing, you know, like the Zap and the Junior back on old Chewits, but only more recently is he picked up that pencil. And, I mean, he's still looking really good on that pencil, and even comparing him to who I would say is probably the best player in the UK, Snipes, another pencil main, still looking like could very possibly, if we do get a Chewits and UKC Diff Grand Finals, it's looking like that pencil matchup could be pretty interesting. As I see Chano give me a little look over there.
It's great. We probably will see more pencil action, I hope. You know, you see Ips on the 10th. There's the pencil.
There's the pencil from Ips. I'm loving the energy from this crowd, no matter how down the enemy team may see. And yeah, like I said, FLM finally bringing out that Rapid again that we've seen a few times, I think, today. And I had a look into some of their scrims, and I saw FLM playing the Rapid. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to play out against Chewits' team comp. But as we go in here, Chano already going for a flank hit, managing to get one.
Gets one.
Really, really nice.
Possibly two.
Also gets two as well. Chano.
And with the strikes ready, that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, Chano has kind of always been one of those players. We spoke about him when he was back on Spark. We spoke about him a lot last year at Breeze, at UKC, at Vibes. Chano has always been one of those key players that we need to look out for. And despite not playing with Spark, he's still proving himself.
Yeah, Chano has made the switch from, solo queue warrior to an absolute menace in a team setting. And it's the speed and the confidence with which he just gets the slosher forward in your face, and it's quite scary. Even if you're trying to play slow with Channel running towards you, it's so easy to just make a mistake and go 2 down like they did at the start.
Yeah.
Which Chewits are at the second checkpoint. Wesh has done a very, very good job of just slowing that down. Even though I feel like that peak was premature as well, and 2 down again. Nice bomb.
I was about to say, Chris 3 giving a lovely example of how you should play Squeezer. This guy himself has coached me how to play this weapon, but then dying to the bomb. But Mr. X73 on this bucket, managing to get 2. Really, really well played. Like we said, this
nice
team
bomb.
Just keeps surprising us as well. These bomb placements have been really good as well.
Yeah, when they play together, it's so exciting to watch. We honestly, personally speaking, I feel like Ultra Pro and Black Sprinter were both underdived, but it's fun to joke about them being low ineligible, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. First checkpoint, and Chewits will presumably put up a much tougher defense here compared to Wesh did.
Yeah, definitely. Now the control kind of starting to look a bit more in Wesh's favor, getting a pick onto Chris 3, but I mean, Ips, even if he's just on pencil, he is a danger to anyone who is within range of those shots.
Really
He's
good
like,
awareness.
yeah, he's got really, really good awareness. And I mean, Mr. X73 pushed all the way up into their plat and still managing to live here is insane. Oh,
No,
doesn't
he
quite
doesn't
manage
get
to
that.
get the kill though, but honestly, really well played from him.
He buys just enough time. Is it enough? Do they get the? Oh, they don't get the checkpoint. That's actually critical. It just makes the job so much easier for Chewits if they don't get.
Oh, Shadow!
Amazing sloshes right there to get the double. Wow.
Really, really huge double kill from Chano there, just allowing Chewits to get just a little bit more of that control back into the hands of Chewits Mafia.
Yeah, this is dangerous. I feel like, whenever teams come to the lands to play, it's often there's like 2 or 3 teams who come to really want to win, and like everyone else who comes and has a go at these teams, and like I had to play Dude earlier, and now these guys have to play Chewits, and it's tough. But then you get the learning experience of just how much faster these guys play. You get the possibility of a replay. Well, you're on screen, you don't get it like the game replay, but you get the screen replay, and you know that they're definitely going to go over these later. So let's see how West decides to defend this checkpoint, and they don't do it. So I feel like right now it's all hands on deck, and they're kind of like pushing forward one by one. This is where the stagger is really important.
Yeah.
That is final checkpoint. So yes, okay, that will presumably be the end of a Chewits push.
Oh! Samage managing to get 2 with that Zucra, but does get traded out. We saw a little bit of a few overextensions from the members of Chewits Mafia there, maybe getting a little bit too greedy, a little bit ahead of themselves.
Yeah, they just wanted those final points.
Yeah, just looking kind of, just trying to get as many points as they can in these
Nice
final
pick.
moments. Nice from
pick.
Mr. Egg. Unfortunately, not quite able to get the second, but a very, very good effort. Samage coming in through mid, assisting his teammate, getting that last pick with only 30 seconds left on the clock. 2 members of Chewits are actually down. This could be the chance for Wesh to get this control back into mid and possibly get themselves some more points on the board.
It's quite, it's really intimidating. You're facing Chewits with 20 seconds to go. You still have all 3 checkpoints up, and these Zukas do not help at all. And for a defending team, they can just sit back and wait for you to paint the floor, and then paint over that, and then you get GG strikes and double Zuka. I don't think they've managed to get a point here, so that.
Oh! Unfortunately, not quite able to get the game, but Ephelum with a really nice 2K at the very last second of that
Cheeky
game.
double, yeah.
Very, very nice.
I mean, you can see that they really aren't pulling any punches, you know. But now staring match point in the face, they have to come up with something. There's something just now was switching off Zimi into long rapid.
Yeah.
And right now they have to find something else to play faster than that, because you know you're facing a highly mobile weapon in a squeezer, and it's just, you know, what can you do? The squeezer seems to have everything, right? It has the insta kill on a Zuka. It has wall to hold space. It has range mode and painting mode. So they really have to play around that. They can't allow Mr. Squeezer to just walk in and pop all over them.
Yeah, and I mean, especially on a map mode like Robo Rainmaker, this map can be very, very snowbally. You know, the pathing of the checkpoints on this map can make it so that you can win on this map very, very quickly.
In like 40 seconds.
Yeah, so I think that Wesh are going to have to maybe alter their team comp slightly, because I think their team comp favors them playing a bit more slowly. Yeah. But then if Chewits are going in and trying to end the game in 40 seconds like they can on this map, I think that Wesh are going to have to do something about their game plan. But I can't predict the future. Let's see what this map has in store for us. This could be the game where Chewits Mafia make it to Grands, or Wesh could be getting themselves a game on the board. Double splatling yet again for the side of Wesh, and Ips opting to go for the Zap. You know, like we said, very snowbally map, very aggressive comp, and they do end up getting pop here to begin with.
Yeah, definitely less range though, and that, you know, on Rainmaker, something like the Zimi constantly putting down mists might be a good thing. But they're 3 down. I feel like they wanted to play fast, and they really went for it. But of course, Chewits are winning those individual fights, just making it really, really hard for Wesh to regroup properly. That won't help. And they're already less than halfway.
Yeah, like we said, very, very snowbally map. Looking to just get as many points on the board. Savage managing to get a kill onto the crowd, but Ips not quite able to make it onto the checkpoint. Savage though, and the strikes still in their spawn. There's so many people down. One point left on this board.
99 points within a minute. That's going to be
it's not
so
even
painful.
been a minute of the game and they've already... And a 1-minute victory. Wow. That might be the quickest win we've had so far.
I don't think either of us expected them to fold like that, but then,
no.
You know, what can you do when you go 3 down, they get the first checkpoint. And then
3 down, first 10 seconds in.
And then they have, you know, this map, when you get the first checkpoint, you have height advantage, right? And then you have the arc shots of the Trizuka taking out a defender just like that. And it must feel so frustrating and so discouraging to have gone toe-to-toe, almost toe-to-toe in Splat zones, and then slightly less toe-to-toe in tower control, and then just get absolutely rolled like that in Rainmaker. So that was a quick 3-0. We don't get to see Crableg, and that's fine.
Yeah, I do want to say, though, be careful what you wish for. Obviously, we're still going to get to see them play in the 3rd place match. But they definitely put up a good show against the teams that we saw them play today. You know, against Chewits Mafia, and against the other teams in their group as well. They put up a really nice showing. And like we said, they beat GG Well Played, who people thought were going to get out of the group. You know, with like players like Ninja Train, Halo, Pew Pew, and Jason.
Yes, I think something like that, you know, when you come and you have practiced a lot prior to this, you know, you play slowing alpha all the time. You pop off in things like paddling pool. and like it's not inconceivable that you could come to a LAN and see the people you used to admire and go like, yeah, I'm going to beat them. And that's exactly what these people have done. We saw a major upset last year, and we saw this is pretty
We're seeing upsets this year as well.
We're seeing upsets this year. So literally anything could happen, but I feel like, you know, when we move to the next match, which is UK Div versus Class of 2018, this is going to be fierce.
This is going to be a fierce one for us.